Is the narcissist actually possessed by a demon? I've seen this come up in a couple of videos, and it's just something that came up in my head today about just, first of all, I would say yes. It's the closest thing to like something you can measure, we can quantify as like a personality disorder, that everything about it is like that person is suffering and projecting that. It's exactly the archetype of like what you hear about in any horror movie, anything, the way a demon possesses an individual. And so yeah, I would say yes. And I'll go, a step further, just kind of like, it's kind of how my videos are. I just kind of, whatever, I don't have to qualify, but like certain things in history, like even talking about, for example, the stoned ape theory, if you're not aware, is like we're apes and then we ate a bunch of mushrooms and they grow on, cow poo. Part of the reason Hindus they worship cows is because of this, and that's where we developed consciousness and our insanely large brains from like a period of time, apparently. And it's just like, oh, that makes sense. Like I could see that. Or like Egypt, the fact that those are not the fact, but the position that those aren't tombs, they're batteries, and that was just us a long time ago, before we became extinct, like whatever, like that was energy, and that makes sense. Like it makes a lot more sense than the amount of, I don't know, it just makes no sense to spend all that time to just have a burial when people are that poor, that, like that unsophisticated. Like you got survival on the mind. Like that just seems moronic to me. It always has. All kinds of things in history. But anyway, so then like demonic possession is like, it's a very, like there's these things in storytelling that are just like constants, and constant, being a constant or not, aside from that, just like these things that are like light and dark, Star Wars, like anything that talks about this stuff. And like to the degree that we are energy and human beings need connection, I would argue somebody that is maladaptive in that way ceases to be human. Like they are closer to something dark. Like it is the best way to describe it. Demonic possession. And to heal is it really is like the equivalent of getting a demon out of you. Like to be able to be authentic. And of course, the road to authenticity is like a trial by fire. It is like, it's hell. And otherwise everyone would do it. So, if you just think about narcissistic personality disorder, like no authenticity, extreme ego, no vulnerability, lying, gaslighting, manipulation, literally the term supply is like, I just picture like, I don't know what movie, maybe it's The Mummy. I just picture like, I honestly picture myself, I picture certain people I know and like around narcissists for too long. It's like they suck. I think it's The Mummy, where there's like a creature that literally just sucks the life and they're just like a dried corpse. Is exactly like how it feels to be discarded by a narcissist, depending on the period of time, depending on the sadistic nature, depending on a bunch of things. But it is like, it's like they suck the life out of you. And again, energy, like they're doing a maladaptive, like they are all consuming black hole. Narcissist is a goddamn black hole, because they don't have, like, it's just sick. And anyway, it's just, and what do demons do? Like I'm not a very religious guy. I'm not, But so I don't know all the stories or whatever, but like, it just feels like, man, more and more, whoever wrote certain things, and you know, I follow Peterson and I like hearing his stories because that's how I like to look at stuff like that, is like, it's kind of the point of the video, is like, these stories are like Cain and Abel or whatever are constants, and they're helpful to look back at for guidance as we go through life, and at least for me. And it just feels like that, you know, the demons are like the minions of a darker energy, and it's just like that demon in them. Like, I've made videos where I don't believe MPD, like true MPD cannot be cured, and I'm sure there's examples where people have, it's impossible, because people, I hate this on the internet, will say they're narcissists or they're sociopath. Like, you don't do that. I mean, I guess you do because you want attention, but if you're really a psychopath, or you're really like, you're not going to just make a YouTube channel. You don't want to, no, you don't do that. So it's just, well, I'm getting off topic, but what was I just saying? They suck the life out of you. They're demonic. I lost my train of thought. Apologies, guys. What was I talking about? Dang it. I thought I was getting a little momentum there. But yeah, it just feels like they're demons. And they like, this is the epitome of evil. The epitome of evil is holding someone down to your darkness, to spread their darkness onto you. That act itself. I don't really think people can be evil. I don't think, like, that's hard to separate, but like, I don't know how it gets any more evil than like literally knowingly tearing someone down, or attempting to destroy their innocence or their goodness, you know, whatever makes that person good. Because I think that's honestly where it comes from. Like, it'll never be said out loud. This is the thing about abuse, and abusers don't tell you they're doing it. It's 36 years old. Anyway, better late than never. But it's like they envy goodness and truth. It's so crazy that people exist like this, but they do. And if you're watching this video, you're probably healing and trying to figure out, you know, what happened. But so you know it's true. And I mean, it is kind of the spice of life, though, that it is balanced, you know. I just feel like everything's so freaking balanced. I've never felt more balanced in my life, as I'm just like stripped of stuff. And because the people with this darkness are ultimately in pain. They are not, unless you're a psychopath, but narcissists, especially narcissists, big time narcissists and borderlines are just in absolute pain. And to some degree, it is up to the potential prey to have boundaries enough to understand. And that's the beauty, right? That if they don't kill you, they're going to teach you. So the thing about pain, it's pretty, it can get pretty bad. And the worse the pain is, I would argue, the harder it is to make that mistake again. So, I'm just kind of preaching now, but I'm just talking. I don't see any separation. I just think it's what's the difference between supernatural, spiritual? Like we can't see this. This is gas. If one day you woke up and all of a sudden human beings, we could see gas, oxygen, we could see it. Like, be like, oh my God, I would freak out. You have to but it's here. You can't see it. It exists. Like, there's all kinds of energy exists. And man, it's crazy. Now it kind of makes me think about, I don't know. I guess it makes me think about like tribal, being in tribes and having that, because we still have that in us. And it's like, it's crazy, because then you could like really go deep with the spiritual, with the ayahuasca ceremony, like because no one wants to hear about spirituality when they're like getting a burger from McDonald's. Like, hey, how was your day? Oh, I was enlightened today. I had a narcissistic collapse and I actually healed, and I talk to my kids now. Well, fuck you. I don't care. It's like, well, that was the real answer, it's like intrusive. I don't know. As a side note, it is kind of unfortunate, because that is like, yeah, it'd be nice if we had that tribalness again. Very, very separate we are. But anyway, that was a video about demonic entities. And what do you guys think? Comment below if you're still in the video. And yeah, this is like probably the longest I've gone without making a video, so I just thought I'd make one. Yeah. Let me know what you guys are thinking. If you want to hear a different topic, what do you think about supernatural demons? Do you think narcissists are demons? What was your experience with your narcissist? And yeah, I'm gonna try and keep making videos. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.